Talking about the community, how much do you sort of see yourself as a role model? You know, if we go back to sort of, you're a leader, a strong leader, but also that's something that you value and you're wanting to empower others. How do you feel that you're role modeling it? Do you think that that's something you actually consider when you're out and about?
I think that I try to be a pleasant, warm, approachable person. I'm not sure how much I think that I'm a role model, but I'm sure if I put my foot wrong, I'd have plenty of people saying that I'm not a good role model. So I just generally just try to be myself, but you have to push yourself out there. You know, ordinarily I remember in the very early days when I had just become an MP, I was sitting down with a coffee with one of the local identities, and there was another person in a couple of tables down who looked at me and smiled, and I sat there and thought, okay, what do I do next? And the person who I was having coffee with, you know, a pretty experienced older person, he said, "You're the MP. They're not going to come up to you. Yeah. You have to reach out to them because they will be unsure whether if they walk up and say hello, you know, what sort of response they'll get. They might feel it's socially a little bit awkward. I could be involved in a conversation." And I took that to heart as very good advice. So you actually have to be the initiator in lots of connections with people and communications with people, because often they're too shy or they don't know how you'll respond or whatever. So it's really important to do that. So
is that something you've learnt to do?
You learn it.
Yep.
You learn it. Because I'm probably retiring as a personality, and this is one of the things I have to push against. Some of my innate personalities types. Did I say personalities? I've only got one, I think. But you know, some of those characteristics would tend to be, a great day for me. The best day of my life is when I wake up at home and never leave the property. And I spend the whole day at home. It's because I'm away so often. When I was a kid, when we were punished, we were told never to leave the property.
That's right.
Can't go out and play with your friends. Now, it's the best day of my life. So, so just get out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Has there been anything that's really, I mean, like you've talked about that sort of like, just that piece of advice about, you know, they're not going to approach you, but are there any other, techniques that have helped you sort of push yourself out and take the initiative?
I genuinely think that a lot of people want to talk and say something, but they don't know how to start. So you've just got to be able to, in a warm, relaxed sort of way, you know, start a conversation. So
it's really sort of knowing the keys to do that, knowing the sort of techniques to start that conversation is really all you need. Sort of
to remember people's names is huge. You know, back in 2008 when I won by 105, I had one man come to see me afterwards and he says, "I voted for you because you remembered my name." I mean, heck, it's so important.
So important. Such a simple thing,
it's just
but
that
so
personal
important.
connection, and the thing is that you. And I was trying to, is there one way in which I can remember somebody's name, you know? And I remember having a really good conversation with that gentleman, probably over 20 minutes. We're at the race course during the races, you know, and I'd hardly ever gone to races in my life. But we had a great conversation, and I said, I must remember his name. And it counted, you know, it counted for him. It certainly counted for me on election day.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. It's a great note to end on, I think. Yeah. Thank you so much for chatting to us.
It's been a pleasure.
I've really enjoyed talking to you, actually. Some really interesting things that you've said that would be lovely to sort of talk some more about if we had some time. So
yeah, great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sally.